Something big is happening behind the scenes with XRP, and almost no one is talking about it. Treasury companies, the same institutions that move billions of dollars every single day, are quietly positioning themselves and buying huge amounts of XRP. Now, if you understand what that means for global liquidity, as well as what could be coming next, well, the market and the switch is about to get flipped. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what treasury companies and what they're doing, why this is going to affect the long-term price for XRP, and those hidden developments that, well, simply could be pushing your bags to a brand new all-time high. Go ahead, smash up that like button to a brand new all-time high. And if you want to become a channel member, getting access to our content early, as well as all our latest alpha calls and trade signals, become a channel member, link in the description, and we'll see you in the Discord very soon. Right, with that being said, let's get into it. So you've heard the rumors and you've heard the stories, Bitcoin ETFs, as well as treasury companies, and everyone seemingly buying Ethereum and Bitcoin. Well, this is about to change. In fact, it is changing right now. XRP, the third biggest crypto asset held by treasury companies, with $11.5 billion of, guess what, XRP being held. But this isn't all. Only today we got further developments of more companies starting to position themselves. Now, when you actually break it down, you got things like SBI Holdings, Trident Digital, Weebus International, Vivo Power, all set to buy huge amounts of XRP. But today, Reliance Global, they are now set to buy, once again, a whopping great chunk of XRP. They are a NASDAQ listed company and they are becoming a treasury holding company, all specifically around XRP. Great news. They also will be using the XRP ledger and using the cryptocurrency within the Ripple payment network. This could support not only just the treasury company aspect, but actually the use case of XRP. The bridge, if you will, into the finance sector is here, and it's happening right now. The fact of the matter is that they want speed, low cost, liquidity and banking use, as well as scalability and energy efficient. Well, guess what? XRPL delivers on every single one of those metrics. That's why Reliance Global Digital is deciding to get in, and they're going in big. We actually don't have an undisclosed amount in terms of the value, but we know they are going to be pretty big. And the reality is, why is this so important? We discussed the last couple of days about this Ripple license and why this is going to be such a big deal. Well, there's a lot of companies now starting to get into the market. Take, for example, if 100 treasury companies stacked 300 million XRP, what could this do to the price? Well, according to some data and according to Grok, we could see the average $7.40, potentially even up to $14.8 billion a month. That'd be a pretty big deal. The fact is that we would have huge order markets. An example, 5 to 10% of the circulating supply could even be heading into some of these treasury companies. This will, well, guess what? Skyrocket the price with potentially even $5, $6, $7, $8 price targets on the horizon. Now I know what you're thinking. 2-bit. 100 companies is a pretty lot of companies. It is. When you start to look at, say, something like Bitcoin and the number of companies over there, or even Ethereum, you're starting to get into well on the way to 100 companies pretty easily. And I think XRP, Solana, and these many other altcoins are all the next to run. Then you sort of look at the fact is, well, it's a bold statement there, so bear with me. XRP is, well, kind of running out. Now, not in the truest of sense that it's just disappearing, but when you look at what's in the escrow, for example, 35.3 billion, the actual only circulating supply right now, 64.6 billion, isn't actually that much. And I know people hold on to the market cap idea, but, well, if they were starting to bring financial markets in, either these treasury companies buying even more, and you're seeing it similar with World of Big Financial and Aptay, they are just putting it away. It's locking for a rainy day, and I think that's coming for XRP. We're going to get it with these ETFs, and you can see it with the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs right now. People simply aren't selling their cryptocurrency. They don't want out. They want to be in, and they want to be locked in, especially when we start to get those yield-bearing ETFs. They are going to be a big deal as well. So watch out. I actually think you're going to see significant amounts of XRP not necessarily leaving the ecosystem, but, well, just locked so you can't get hold of it. This is where the short squeeze on potential retail investors could come in, but that's for another video. XRP, though, is finally recovering, potentially with 5x gains on the horizon. Lots of people are now starting to talk about what this could look like, with industry-leading top 10 altcoins and companies getting into the market. Yeah, we saw a sell-off. Okay, that's life of a bull market cycle, but according to analyst expert Ali Martinez, well, the end of September, the beginning of October, there was 250 million XRP was bought over a span of 48 hours. This continues to show real strength in the longevity of what's going on. And actually, when you look at long-term holders of XRP, guess what? They're still holding their bags. They know exactly what's coming. They are not going to be priced out. And you can see what's going on with things like Flare. We talked about this before, but look at some of the TVL values that are already locked away in these ecosystems and understand these are XRP minted opportunities. How do you do it? We talked about this before. You take your XRP and you mint the equivalent FXRP. Well, you've got nearly $1.5 million in the first pairing and then getting on for about another $250,000 in the other. That's nearly $2 million locked up in these ETFs and these XRP incentives. Very important. These DEX V3 offering 4 incentivized LP pools. Again, these are only going to grow with time. And when you look at actually the XRP ecosystem as well, stablecoin market cap now 182 million, $98.56 million locked up on the XRPL, with things like Open Eden having a huge amount. And they're an RWA-based company holding, you better believe it, XRP as well. So when you sort of bring all this together, the writing is very much on the wall, but it's all happening behind closed doors. People don't see what's going on. And for me, it starts with the banking license, which is why I wanted to talk to you so much over the last couple of days to just understand why this is important. Now, treasury companies are starting to position themselves and retail is, well, going to get short squeezed out of their positions. And that's why, again, someone asked me in my live stream today, 2bit, why is the price of XRP not going up? Does it feel like it's suppressed around $3? There could be an argument that at the minute, this is all about how institutions play the game. We saw this with Bitcoin ETFs, we thought with Ethereum ETFs, now we're seeing it with treasury companies as well. I think it's only a matter of time before, well, they simply cannot hold back the tsunami of people that want to buy XRP. And we see this with many different influencers, crypto leads, and more importantly, celebrities and etc. that are wanting to get into these positions. And I think this will play out favorably. Stablecoin market is booming. Treasury companies are buying more XRP than we've ever seen before. And equally, we've got XRP locked up that simply cannot be used. It's all about to come to a head, and I think we're going to see this breakout, as we said, 5x gains potentially on the cards. So, well, let me know what you think of all of that in the comments down below. Let me know how many treasury companies you think and your price prediction. If 100 treasury companies buy 300 million XRP, what will the price of XRP be? As always, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget, check out the links in the description if you want to stay dialed into this market. Make sure your notification bell is turned on and click all, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss a beat. Remember, the most important part of this bull market cycle, the way you've been working towards, is right now. Don't miss it. All right, see you next time. Bye-bye.